all.
Hi, Mitya.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
So,
Nikita,
why
didn't
now?
see you. Okay. We'll be without camera today.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Is there only me with camera? Nobody else?
You're a face of Freeton today and for always.
Yeah. Ron,
Hey guys.
Alex.
How are
Hi, all.
Hi. You can see my face as well.
you?
Hi.
Yes, we can. Hi guys.
By the way, I think you didn't make waiting room on Zoom link.
Yes, at this time I decided to not do that because we cannot avoid the
People coming and screaming.
yeah.
Action.
I will be moderate that. Yeah.
You will be watching. Great.
Great background.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Zoom to make it
Animated.
for the Ubuntu, like for the Linux as well. Because now I cannot really show because I just moved to another apartment and it's like a whole shit behind me. So I don't want to see that.
Use virtual environment, yeah.
Well, there is none for Linux. That's what I'm saying. They didn't
Yeah.
do that.
Ubuntu. That's what Mitya's saying.
To take carton and draw something.
Right.
That's the way.
Just too much effort for my ugly face. I think you can do without it.
All right. Well, let's see. Do we give it another minute or do we start?
Let's start maybe.
Yeah.
Probably you can start. Mitya, if you're not ready in
No, I'll introduce. I'll introduce him.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
All right. Okay, so hello, folks. Welcome to our 20th weekly live stream. I'm glad to see you all here. Now, as we were just discussing, usually it's me that starts things off with general updates, and then we move on to the geek speak, so to speak. But today we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to talk about DeBots. That's right, really exciting stuff. And then afterwards, I'll talk a little bit about voting, governance milestones. We'll have some community members join in, and then I'll make a few short announcements. But oh, and of course, our usual Q&A at the end. But right now, Mitya, Nikita, DeBots. Yeah, you're on. Hi.
Thanks. Okay, so I'll try to show something today. I hope it's an MVP. So we will do that. I'll do a short kind of demo. I hope you can see my nice terminal. Can you see it?
Yep, we can see it. I can see it at least.
So we'll do that. By the way, completely forgot to do that. So, and Nikita, I will well, you will see it will probably be I hope, self-explanatory. But let's start this little thing. So there is a first DeBot presentation. It works now in Autonomous CLI. So it's a decentralized bot. So you may heard of that in some documentation that we kind of already published before. But now we are kind of ready to move it first clients to public to developers' hands. And it's basically, Nikita will talk about a little bit about architecture, but basically it's a bot, which is a smart contract, which you can create near your smart contract, which is like the main logic of your application, and have an access to this smart contracts, give a user access through this bot interface. And of course, this is just an implementation in CLI, but you can easily imagine this in any kind of chat environment. So you have a list of actions, which is 0, 1, but in graphical environment, you can create buttons there as usual. And let's just feed it an address of our, this is DeBot for the multisig. So I think that's the, let me just enter the address. So what you can, oh, sorry, that one should be DeBot, right? So great.
Network issue. Just
yeah.
You should just enter 0 again, not to restart the
fine.
bot.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. Enter target. So this will be the target. Okay, so I can see, you can see that balance, custodians. This is a multisig. So this is a multisig DeBot, which works with my multisig. I just entered my multisig address, or like the test multisig address. So I can see the balance of it. Like it has 61 tons. I can see custodians. Let's see the list of there are 2 custodians, right? And then I can submit transactions from here, for example, right? Submit, I do this. So I'll enter a recipient address. It will wait for recipient address. Let's just do this. Some address. Okay, now let's enter the amount of tokens, say, I don't know, 7 point. It actually, oops, sorry, actually do this thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's an existing account. And I'm sure. So we need a seed phrase.
Close your eyes, yeah?
Yeah, and no, it's okay. I mean, it's just a testing address. You can just generated it before the stream. So it will send a message to the it's a test network. So just wait a little, and it should be doing that as usually with the demo. Oh, by the way, I could be wrong with the yeah, probably that's the point. Yeah, I entered the wrong. Yeah, because I didn't really check. Okay, so let me use another. Let me use another one. Okay, it's a wrong 12 seed phrase. So let's do that again, but with another address. Okay,
what if you type letters now instead of 0 or 1?
That's it. So recipient address is this again. I just entered the recipient address seed phrase. That's the point. Okay, so let's do the amount. So again, okay, transfer to the account. Sure, yes. So okay, now let's do the where this. It's owner 1, right? Enter.
Anyone.
Yeah. Okay, so that seed phrase hopefully works. Let's see that. Here you go. You have one pending transaction, meaning it's waiting for custodian. So we can confirm that. Just yeah, and give it a second seed phrase of a second custodian. You can, of course, you don't need to do that in the same like DeBot. You can access this DeBot from another computer and then do the confirmation. Here we go. That's a confirmation message now is being sent, and to confirm that transaction. So that's just so anyone, if you log in with another terminal, then you will see this pending message with this multisig. You will see this pending transaction message, and you will be able to confirm. Now it's confirmed, and yeah. So so let's see let's quit. And let's enter another wallet. Let's see, just to see the balance. Oops. Oh, it's a DePool. Sorry. Okay, it's fine. Let's then move on, because just to save time. So this is another DeBot, which is a DeBot for DePool. And yeah, so let's enter the DePool address.
Which I would like to say that now I think it's more clear why it's called Ton operating system.
Yeah, you can, yeah. So
It looks like Linux,
okay.
doesn't it?
Yeah, so now you have like, okay, so you can see this the DeBot, the DePool, some of the information. Yeah, like we have some parameters. One participant, like minimum stake is 15.5 tons, minimal validator stake 2,000. Yeah, validator wallet. Yeah, so what we can see, view rounds. Let's view round. Then there are rounds. There is 76 total stake in this DePool, and we can even manage stakes. Nikita, great work. Nikita, how long it took to write this DeBot for DePool?
I guess maybe 2 days with the debugging.
Yeah, so I can make deposit, and you need to see that. So let's make an ordinary. That's all kind of stake where you can make an ordinary stake, lock stake, vesting stake, and explains what it is like. So let's do the ordinary stake, and it will go from here. So enter multisig. I will enter this multisig that we had before, because I'm not sure about the seed phrase that I just entered there. So let it be this. And let's enter stake. Let's put, no, it's should be more than 15.5, right? So
Yes.
okay, do we want stake to be automatically invested in the next rounds? Do we want that? So let's reinvest. And yes, I'm sure. Okay, so I need a seed phrase. And Nikita, can you please confirm this with the second seed phrase, so I will not enter that. So this will be the first confirmation of this multisig, and Nikita will confirm from his DeBot, from his terminal. Second one, so as you can see, it's actually working now with it was working with DeBot for multisig DeBot just to send the transactions. So obviously, because there are two signatures now, we need to open another session with DeBot to confirm that transaction. But basically, and then it returns to the DePool DeBot. So it can work with like several DeBots in the row. And actually, you can write DeBot that works with several contracts, and you can also write several DeBots working with one contract, and any combination, or DeBots with working with other DeBots and calling other DeBots. The idea is that this is abstract layer of a decentralized user interface, and it abstracts not only the kind of the interface and make it decentralized, as we call it, if you remember, end-to-end decentralization, but it also can, you can make mistakes. You don't need to formally verify the bots, because even if you do something wrong there, DeBot doesn't do anything. It's like it's just an interface. So of course, if it creates a wrong kind of parameter transaction, then it may do some harm. But it's definitely like if all the security assumption stays with the main smart contract, and DeBot, a school child can write that and provide this. So any chat interface with that. Did you confirm, by the way, Nikit?
I'm waiting while transaction will be finalized.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Meantime, let's see.
Just entered seed phrase and waiting for a transaction.
Mitya, in meanwhile, you can explain that it is planned to be part of TonSurf.
Yeah, of course. Any TonSurf will support DeBots, obviously. So you can chat with DeBots graphically using graphical, chat interface of Surf. And anyone can write DeBots. You can write DeBots to existing smart contracts. For example, you can make a multi-chains of these contracts, like a DeFi application, which works with several formally verified smart contracts.
Yep,
you can make.
I have confirmed it. Confirmed.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
Yeah. Now we can view. Yes, the stake.
I need a participant address. Yeah, which is this? Let's see his stake. Oops, what?
Just enter 0 for action.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. So, yeah. So here we go. It's 92 already because we sent several from this address, but you saw before it was 60 something. So here you go. It's like really easy to do. Again, it's a CLI interface. Easily imagine that with buttons in the chat. And as I said, like you can create several basic DeFi, for example, contracts. Like, I don't know. By the way, here, if you go here, how we do that? If we do the deposit, yeah, you can. Oh, sorry, wrong button. If you go here, you can see like transfer. You see that? To transfer.
It's not supported yet.
It's not supported yet, but transfer is made for DeFi, right? So you can, while your stake is in the pool, you can transfer it to another contract, which can be, for example, collateralized loan, or meantime you can probably maybe wants to buy and hold to Bitcoin to hedge, for example. So with transfer, you will be able to do that. And again, you can have like several DeFi contracts. For example, like you can use a DePool, transfer it to some deposit and then make it a BTC atomic swap. And let's say these smart contracts will be formally verified. So they're rock solid, no bugs. But anyone can write DeBots to these smart contracts to provide, different functionality in a connect them and compound. And you don't need to even think more or less about security. Like you don't care. You don't need to verify this. You even don't need to audit it. I mean, probably you need to kind of see that it works. But other than that, even if it will have bugs in DeBots, it won't affect the funds in these smart contracts. Right. Of course, you can do some wrong stuff, manipulating it wrongly, but that's much easier to see and verify. And another thing that one last thing before I handle to Nikita is that this not only it makes like super easy to use for a user. Of course, if you just see like Telegram bot, yeah, but also you can verify the correct because the DeBot itself is performed inside an SDK inside your local machine, in a local virtual machine. But then we will add, it's not there yet, but we will add also a possibility to verify your actions against the smart contract of DeBot on the network. So it means that even if you're in some way your machine is compromised or your network connectivity or whatever, you will be able to verify every action locally and remotely against the local execution, which basically makes it very secure end-to-end kind of decentralized secure. So that's all. So let me hand it to Nikita for a couple of words how it's all works.
Okay. Please wait, I will share my screen. First of all, let's talk about DeBot architecture. Where's my browsers? Just here. Okay, I think you can see the document.
Yep.
First of all, DeBot platform.
Nikita, could you please zoom in just for the people watching us on YouTube?
Okay. Just. It's okay?
Yeah, I think it's better.
There are three main components in DeBot platform. As you can see, there is DeBot itself. It is a smart contract. A bit later, we'll show you the source code of this smart contract. For example, for multi-signature wallet, DeBot for multi-signature wallet. The next component is DeBot engine, which executes DeBot smart contract locally on your machine. Then there is a DeBot browser. This is the front end of this platform. It allows you to
Is its own punishment. So let's move on. Nikita, please continue. It's entertaining. We'll edit it out. All right, go on, Nikita. Sorry for that.
I think he just left.
Yeah, Nikita just closed and left.
All right. Well.
Okay. Well.
All right. Well, when he comes back, we can get back to it. Let me just.
Well, maybe Rom, did you knock Nikita out as well from this? Maybe.
Ron or Roma?
Roma.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You did just knock out Nikita off the stream.
Yes, and now he will not be able to join, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Yes, you did that. Now I see.
I'm here
Yeah,
again.
because
Yeah, Nikita, you're here.
I can try to do it
Yeah.
again, but
Try
Okay.
again.
okay. Let's.
These things happen, folks. This is what transparency is all about.
This is what stupidity is all about.
Yeah, there it is. We see it.
Nikita, you're on. Please continue.
Yes, just switch off my microphone. The bot browser, as I said, it is a front-end component of this platform. It communicates with the DeBot through DeBot engine, and it prints to the screen different DeBot actions, text, buttons, and so on. You saw a console browser terminal, which works in terminal, and I think itself it will be graphical browser which will work in chats. The bot is a smart contract that means that it is deployed to blockchain, and when you want to work with the bot, you said that the bot engine let's fetch it from the blockchain to your local computer and then start to execute. Yes, every DeBot is executed inside its own instance of DeBot engine. And for example, if in the second pilot DeBot, in the pool DeBot, you saw that when it needs to send tokens from your wallet, it asks the bot browser to invoke another wallet, another DeBot multi-signature wallet DeBot, and then you can see that the bot browser will download the next DeBot smart contract and execute it in separate DeBot engine. That's how several DeBots can communicate with each other inside one browser. Okay. As you know, smart contracts in Ton, some kind of, you can assume that it is a state machine, and we made it this concept inside DeBots. The main unit in DeBot smart contract is in action. It is some kind of message that allows to speak with the bot engine and with the bot browser. For example, there are several kinds of types of actions. Now, a simple run action that allows to call some DeBot function and return results to the browser. Then run method action that allows the bot can ask engine to call get method from any other construct in blockchain. Then the bot can ask to send the external message to any contract. This is special kind of send message action. Then there is a print action, of course, that allows to the bot to print some information to the user. And the bot browser can interpret this message and mark down to print, for example, buttons or any types of buttons and a list of actions. Okay, let's just let me show you the source code of multi-signature DeBot. For example, I will reshare the screen. I'll just open the solution, the repository with this smart contract. Please wait for a while. Okay, yes, it is. It is here. Yes, you can see the source code of the multi-signature wallet DeBot. It is written in Solidity. There is a special base interface called DeBot 2. Now it is MVP version, and every DeBot must implement this interface. It is here. It contains some constants with the action types, then the action structure itself, then the context itself, because the DeBot state, it is a set of contexts, and each context contains a list of actions. And when the bot engine starts to execute the bot, it fetches all context from the bot and start to run zero context and all actions in it. Here you can see some base functions, virtual functions, for example, fetch and start. And the main function is fetch. In this function, for example, you can see it is here. The developer must fill a list of context, main context of the bot. For example, you saw that when it started prints hello, I'm Multisig the bot, and so on. And this is how you should describe it. Okay, you create the context and inside some actions, for example, enter target multi-signature wallet, or quit. And every action can jump to this current context or jump to the next context. For example, we're in state 0 and we want to jump after this action to state remain.
Nikita, I'll interrupt you. We will probably have another session, like in-depth technical
Yes.
session about that, and we can explain how it's all done. And just,
Okay.
just just a snippet of the code.
Okay.
Basically, it's quite easy to do. Actually, it's like writing Telegram bot, more or less. Yeah.
I think yes. The main function is fetch, and you can see that there is a lot of context and actions which describes all states of the bot. And some other functions are only helpers of these actions. Thanks. I think I will stop sharing.
Thank you very much, Nikita. So that's been DeBots. Sorry for like long thing.
No, not at all. Not at all. Very important thing. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you, Mitya.
Ron, sorry, just quickly. As closing remark, I would like to add that we have a number of partnerships now in discussion. So they're on the forum topics describing them, and there are a number of companies which would like to bring use cases and users in the format of DeBots. So we think that it's not only simple and blockchain related topics which can be not only blockchain related use cases which can be used with DeBots. For example, we plan to launch quite soon, I hope, registration of bicycles and buy sell bicycles.
Well, I'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay, yeah. And so, there is the whole bunch of use cases, probably several dozens of them. And once we'll do the first ones, then it can be multiplied, and I think we even create some kind of sub-governance for attracting more use cases for DeBots applications.
Yeah, that actually you helped me move right into what I was going to say. I was trying to find a way to segue from what Mitya and Nikita did to what I'm going to talk about, and I was racking my brain thinking, how am I going to do this? And you just did it for me, so thank you. Okay, so there's actually use case in development right now. There are many, but there's one that's particularly interesting, and it'll be announced really soon, where an object like a bicycle or a tractor or a gun, for instance, or even a tree can be traced throughout its entire lifespan. So you can take an object. I don't even want to call it a product. I don't even want to call it an item. You can take an object and then be able to determine its origin, see its entire history, including change of ownership and so on. So it's really cool, and it can apply to pretty much any object, product, item, or again, whatever, to authenticate its origin, its genealogy, and its ownership, including transfer of ownership until it doesn't exist anymore. Or if it exists forever, then forever. So that's actually a very good DeBot case, if I'm not mistaken, right, Pavel? I mean, that's exactly what it is. So more.
Yes, absolutely. And there is what is important that it's not like we are creating some use case. It's about partners who have already some user base, and we just
that's right
helping to make that case in that interface on Freeton.
Yeah. So essentially, what it does is it's a smart contract that sets a precedent. It's a template for other products, other items, other objects. So what I wanted to say is that anybody listening to this or watching this, you can come up with your own use cases for that kind of an application. This thing is going to be huge. I mean, really huge. So you know, it could be limitless. It's awesome. Okay. All right. So again, thank you, Mitya. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you, Pavel. Let's move on to something a little more humanitarian, I guess. So let's move on to the topic of voting and contests. Okay, a whole bunch of contests were just scored, well over 300 submissions. I can't even begin to tell you how many that is with respect to actually having to deal with each one individually. So anyway, the winners are being tallied up right now as we speak. So all winners, you should see some tons coming your way in just a little bit. As I mentioned last week, I talked about how difficult jury scoring really is, but I thought that now, since we just finished a heavy round of contests with new jury members, it might be a good opportunity to let the actual jurors talk a little bit about what they had to go through, and I'll let them sort of tell you how easy this is. And I just want to sort of underscore, it's really easy to criticize from the sidelines, but until you walk a mile in someone else's shoes, you're just not going to realize how difficult something can be. So let me give the first word to Alexei. Alexei, are you here?
Yes. Hello, everybody.
There he is. There he is from Argentina.
Yes, that's right.
Happy Argentina. Why don't you tell everybody how much fun you had? When I use fun, I use it in air quotes.
Yeah, actually, I want to share my screen and I want to take you with me and go through whole process in a very, I will try to make it fast as possible. But anyway, share screen. Yeah, share. Okay, so I'm starting from Freeton.org. For example, I need to vote for some contest. So I'm going to this. And also, of course, I'm starting from studying the contest proposals. So I have this PDF file, contest proposal. I am go through it very carefully. First of all, most important is the motivation. So what is this content for? So it's like a project promotion and recognition in media files. So I'm thinking that the main goal is promotion. Also, we have requirements here. We have a lot of external links, for example, social networks. And I have to go through all these links. Color designs, so I'm studying all tools that I should use in this contest to evaluate it. Logos, it's prepared logos. And also we have some documents how the design should look like, which some requirements, for example, colors, fonts, logos, also some other requirements. So I'm studying all this carefully. And then we have some, thanks Ron prepared some template for us that we could use to put our voting with feedbacks, with scores and everything. So usually, because I have some requirements, usually I am adding some additional columns to this templates. So I put here all the requirements I have in
You went all out.
Yeah.
You really went all out. Yeah, good job.
Yeah. So I put all columns that I've met. As you can see, I cannot verify everything, so it's just not impossible. But I was trying as much as could do. So all requirements, and then I am going through all submissions, and I'm evaluating them one by one. So for example, let's go through a couple of them. For example, here GIFs contents about brand communication contest animated GIFs. So I'm open submission PDF. Here is it. It's very good when authors and participants put here some examples.
Some kind of contact, right? Yeah, it's very important.
That I could see everything in one screen. It will make my life much easier. But here I can see only email, Telegram, and also I'm opening forum link from here. And also, it's good when participant put some their work to the forum, but in this case, I also have a link to folder. So I have to go to this folder. It's good if I can open it in the browser. If not, I have to download archive locally and unzip it, whatever. And here I am.
Yeah, and can I just add to that? Like when we're talking about any kind of files, when you're asking jurors to download something, that's really a bad idea, because most people don't want to download anything, because if it's an attack, that's bad. You should present your information. That's why we have a PDF. You should stick the links into the PDF, and we should be able to open the links and see what you did. Asking people to download is a very bad idea. Sorry, I apologize, Alexei.
Yeah, exactly. And particularly in this case, there is nothing here. And for this submission, it's it's almost impossible to confirm that this person, which is written here, is the author of this
100% correct.
Of these works. So, and when I go through all these GIFs, it's became obvious that they are not prepared for Freeton. So it's some kind of any abstract GIFs. I don't know where he or she
well, that's an opinion, of course. That's an opinion, but it's your opinion, and you have a right to it.
Yeah. So I didn't find any connected to. Oh, sorry, I didn't find anything connected to Freeton in this work. So I understand most of the jury, they rejected this submission because it's nothing to evaluate here. Also, then, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
Also, then I evaluate everything, try to use all tools that I was advised to use in a contest description. Then I put my score, and I'm trying to write some comments about why I evaluate this submission for this score. And because my native language is Russian, first I'm trying to explain this in Russian, and then we have we could ask something from the participant, maybe some additional information, maybe some extra data, and I'm going through all submissions and I'm scoring it. But when I start, I have no idea what is the range of all possible works. So I don't know which one have a high score, which one have a low score.
Yeah, I think what
So-
you're trying to say is it's very hard to be able to, what's there, 28 submissions. You don't know when you look at the very first one, that might be the very best one, or it might be the very worst one. There's no way to tell until you've looked through all 28 several times, right? Several
Exactly.
times until you
Exactly.
actually get an understanding of what's good and what's bad and then begin to score, which is very time consuming. I apologize, just wanted to add.
Yeah, yes, thank you, Ron. I'm a bit nervous. So when I went through all of them, I'm doing this for all contests that are in a queue, and then I put everything in Excel file for me. And before end of voting, actually I am going through all submission once again, and because now I have a understanding what is the range, which one is the best, which one is the worst, and then I'm checking once again, and I am confirming that first score is exactly what I'm thinking it is. So actually sometimes I fixed my scores because I have a better understanding of the possible scores.
That's right. That's right. You went
Yeah.
through the natural process. You went through the entire natural process. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a learning process. Every time a juror votes, it's a learning process for every contest individually. And when you consider the fact that what Alexei's showing you here is 28 submissions, now multiply that. There's been over what, 324? Actually, I believe it was even more. It was like 330 submissions altogether. I guess I just want everybody who criticizes to just consider what Alexei's done. Alexei, thank you so much. I think we get the picture.
Let me
Sure,
one point to finish. And when I write comments, and the last thing I have to do is to put my votes to the website back. And the main difficult part is to put my very good, very long, very comment to 120 characters. And because of this, I have another file in my Excel file, and I have a length formula. And then I don't know, sometimes I spend 5, sometimes I spend 10 minutes trying to put all my ideas, all my thoughts about this particular submission to 120 characters, because I am pretty understand that every person spent, I don't know, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month to prepare this submission. And I am very respect all these participants, and I do not want to offend anybody. And because of this, I'm trying to put maximum attention to every submission. I want to put maximum information about every submission. So I am rephrase, I am everything. I do everything with my comment to put it in 120. And when I succeed to do this, see everything 100 something. Yeah, this one 120. These comments I put exactly, and then I copy pass this comment to the website. Yeah, and of course, as a last point, I have to copy my seed phrase, put it there. It's also and done for one submission.
For one,
Yeah.
that's for one submission.
For one submission.
That's right. That's right. Alexei, listen. Look, so I don't even have anything to add, because the way you described it is exactly it's exactly what we all have to go through. We Vladislav, he's also here. How about your story?
Yeah. Okay. Alexei, very thank you to you, because it's really interesting, to hear it from the first hand of a new juror, of how it looks like. I maybe focus a bit more on how it used to be. Yeah. What is it now, and what I expect it to become a bit more structured way. So the first thing is that when we started Ron, you remember, the things were pretty much worse. I would
A
say
lot.
a lot. I would say, yes. So it's mainly was due to the fact that we didn't have any structure at that time. We didn't have any approach, and we need to build this approach from the scratch. And the interface was significantly slower at that time. It's not that rocket fast now still, but it's already much better. And we also were getting the information from the contestants in a very different way. It was not standardized. We missed a lot of information. We had to ask this in forum. And you can imagine when you have 10 contests at a time and you need to ask dozens of people of what he or she meant by this. So it was really difficult. And we had not that many jurors that time. Yeah, so every vote was really important, and we had to pay a lot of attention and invest a lot of our own time into this. Well, that was the beginning. Yeah, hopefully things has changed over time. So what I see
and it's
now,
only going to get better, of course.
yes, of course. We have still we're still lacking the time, because as Alexei explained, he forgot to mention that you have to spend approximately from 5 to 10 minutes per each submission to qualitatively estimate it. And if you multiply this 300 and something submissions by 10 minutes, so you can imagine what amount of time each of us invest in assessing your works. But now what we already did, and we have created each juror for himself some structured approach on how to assess the work. So you have seen one example from Ron, so it's very good in my opinion. I went a bit more, I splitted my score into two parts. The first part is hygienic, meaning that the contestant has formally met all the requirements specified in the contest proposal, meaning that he has specified his name, his contact information, that all the requirements for, I don't know, for images are met. And I assign 20% of the score to these hygienic factors. And 80% I devote to the creativity, to the work itself. And I should note that the quality of the submissions has increased radically, and I'm really thankful for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really want to say thanks to the community that they hear us and they try to provide information in a much better way. Because you know, in the beginning, you could easily get 10 pages of some Arial font of 10 points without indents between paragraphs. So it was just a mess of text that you need to somehow read out and understand. Hopefully this doesn't happen more frequent now. Still it is sometimes, so I ask you please guys, just use Microsoft Word or Google documents. Just
not Microsoft Word. No, Google Docs.
Anything, but please format your text a bit, because it really facilitates our work. And we cannot format the PDF, you know, and we have to read the text as is. And the worse it's formatted, the more time we spend on it. Yeah, and also we had some technical issues last periods, like redeploys of the contracts, and when all the terms have shifted, and occasionally we had to put the scores for how many, Ron? 9 contests, 10 contests?
I think officially it was 8, and there's 2 more to come. So by the way, you're going to be voting a little longer. We have contest 25, I believe, and contest 28, which is ambassadors, which have to be reset. So I think we voted for 8, and there's 2 more to come. But there's a whole list of new ones that just finished.
Yes, absolutely. And my own estimate that a juror can duly check 5 contests per week. Otherwise, it becomes a mess, and he has to hurry up and go through all the submissions, and sometimes it's really challenging.
It is,
So,
and I would also add to that in saying that, of course, the amount of contests are going to grow and grow and grow and grow. But I think that it just needs to become understanding that there is only a certain amount that will be able to be judged with a certain amount of jurors within a certain amount of time.
Definitely.
We need more jurors.
We need more jurors.
We need
Yes,
more
we do.
jurors.
We need
Absolutely.
more sub-governance committee as well.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. We cut Vlad off. Let Vlad finish, and I'm going to speak to that very quickly after Vlad is finished.
Thank you, Ron. I will not take too much. I just want to say what I'm expecting from the jury of the main governance, of all sub-governances to follow, and from the contestants as well. Guys, please read the contest terms carefully, because there is not so many information in there and not so many requirements, but please follow them, because it facilitates the work of juries a lot. After that, what I really liked recently, that the guys from our squad have managed to launch the fast vote interface, and a number of such interfaces are coming. I know some teams that's developing it.
I'll be mentioning that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good tendency, because it facilitates the work of jurors, and we don't need to spend that time inefficiently when you have to copy and paste your seed phrase for each vote. So, and hopefully now it's much faster. But at the same time, what I expect some kind of anti-fraud system to appear, because unfortunately we see some duplicated works. I see some copycats. I see some well, just simply stupid submissions when guys just upload an empty PDF file, and I am, as a juror, I check each file, you know, and it really makes me upset, and I have to spend excessive time. I hope that this will be fixed in the nearest future. We discussing with several teams for anti-fraud purpose. How it can be done. So, and I hope that we will be able to present something in the coming weeks. And the last part I want to say is how I personally judge. Yeah, for you to understand what is it, the work of the judge. So the first thing I do, I carefully read the proposal terms. Because this is what you are asked to follow, what you are asked to deliver. And normally what is stated there, you have to provide your name and your contact information. You need to link all your works, and
not necessarily name, just your online ID. It doesn't have to be your personal information, just information
absolutely, yeah,
that you can
correct.
contact somebody with.
How I can call you, I would say it like this, yeah. Then I pay attention to the how the contestant provides the information. So the best thing for me is when you are providing a link to some open source platform. I don't know if you are participating in the it's some images contest. You are uploading your images as is to some online drive. I don't know, Google Drive, Yandex Drive, Dropbox, whatever. But I get one link and I can immediately see all the images. That's what Alexei already told about. all this packed stuff that you need to download, extract from the archive, it all not only puts the security under question of this approach, but also it extends the time needed to check the work.
That's right. It's called the KISS principle. Just keep it simple. Make it easy for people.
Yes, and the bigger the text that you provide in your submission, the more difficult for a judge, for a juror to judge this work. So try to be very short, because normally your idea is not that complex that it needs to be written in 10 pages. Try to write it in on 1 page. And it also will help you to provide the better submissions, because you will think out of it, and you will improve it, compress it, and then you will get the essence of your idea. And that's what we expected from you. And also, I see this your attempt and the time that you're investing, because when you get to works and you see that in this work, a guy simply copied some images from the internet and put some words on it, and another guy has drawn it by hand. So the quality can be really differentiated. So just to wrap up, the more time we spend on fighting with your submission, the less qualitative is the score.
That's that's actually a great point, is that, you know, the more difficult it becomes knowing that you have another 323 in front of you. I mean,
yes,
you know,
absolutely. And from myself, if I see a well-prepared work, I will add 1 point just for your efforts that you have thought about the juror. And that's my approach. I do not call to other jurors to follow this, but still, I really care about those who care about me. And also, the last thing, I have met some of your claims that our comments are not really original. Guys, we have 300 submissions. We do not have such a fantasy, you know, to invent creative comments. That's why I normally put some pros and cons of each submission, but it will not be really creative, because some of your works are really similar to each other. Just take it as is. And if they are similar to each other, I will put the same comment.
100%.
But still, this comment is thoughtful, and I'm really caring, and I try to provide the most objective comment to your submission. So that's it. That's how I judge personally. That's how I see all this system, and of course, it will evolve. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Vlad.
Thank you for attention.
Yeah, I know you wanted to get that off your shoulders, and believe me, I think every juror who voted right now is applauding you, because look, guys, I don't want to carry this on any longer, because Alexei and Vlad basically spelled it out for you, and I will confirm what they said. If you thought this was easy, guess again. Until you walked a mile in somebody else's shoes, you don't know what it's like. So going to the chats and calling people, you know, curse words and saying, well, you're an idiot, you know, it's petty. But that said, and I fully defend the jury. That said, absolutely, 100%, there's a certain amount of jurors that busted their ass, and there's a large amount that didn't do a damn thing. And that's not only disrespectful to the people who submitted their work and who took the time, it's also disrespectful to the other jurors, because as you can see, we just presented 2 examples of people who really, I mean, really put in a lot of work. I mean, basically that's a full-time job, what they did. And yet some people just said, too much, I won't do it. So let me just say this. So the next step is as follows. So the first thing we're going to do as a community is we're going to, within the next coming days and weeks, I think within probably a week or 2, we're going to have all of the stats of all of the voting stats made public, right? And then it's going to be up to the community to decide what to do with those jurors who basically refuse to do anything. I would suggest personally, this is my point of view, I would suggest that it should be a 3-step process. The first step is to give them a second chance if they ask for it. So if they ask for a second chance, I think it's on us to be, what's the word? Human, right? And give them that second chance. If they don't ask for a second chance, then I think it's up to us to ask them to voluntarily leave the jury. I think maybe those people who realize this is more work than they're capable of doing, then they will accept like I said, will volunteer to just say, okay, you know what, I'm out. Step 3, if neither of the first two steps solve anything, is to create a community proposal and remove the jurors who haven't done anything and refuse to continue to do anything. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And of course, we need to have another jury contest, which I'm sure there's a lot of people who are waiting for that. But I just wanted to present this so that you understand, for everybody who says, oh, I want to be a juror, you just need to understand something. This isn't a cakewalk. This is going to be tough, and it's going to be a lot of work, and it's only going to get tougher. So, and yes, we will try, of course, as a community, we'll try to, as many contests as are loaded, maybe allow voting in batches, smaller batches. That I agree with Vlad 100% that should be done. But yeah, this is work. So before you go and raise your hand, say, I want to be a juror because you think it's quick and easy money, think again, this is a lot of work. So we want jurors who work. We want jurors who do their job. We want jurors who are committed to this, who really want this to happen. All right, and I'll leave it at that. I think we've said enough about it today, and we're running over time. So let's dispense with the negatives and let's highlight some really huge positives, okay? So first, Governance 2.0 team, you guys, you are frigging rock stars. Rahman, and team, I'm gonna call you the 2 Rahmans plus team. Do you know what these guys did? They looked at the voting interface, found it a little bit cumbersome and said, you know what? We're just gonna go and make our own. They literally went and created a new interface. And I mean, you know, it works and it's good and it's easier. Rahman, Gwen or the other Rahman, do you guys want to say just, you know, 1 minute? Do you want to just take a minute and tell people about that a little bit? Are they here? Okay, well, they're not here. All right, that's fine. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So basically what they did is it made it easier where instead of voting for each individual submission, what you could do is you could put your score and your comment.
Share my screen and show if you.
Yeah, maybe can we share that?
I don't have it.
I have.
Go ahead. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
I have 1 moment.
Yeah. Easy vote R squad IO.
Second. 1 moment.
Now, mind you, it's still a work in progress as far as I understand, but it made my life a lot easier. I'll tell you that.
Second.
Yeah, when I wanted to see what are the points like for each submission from first to last, I could see all the sums. I could see all the juror commands like in a batch. And also it allows to vote in batches. If you will like create a file with all of your votes, like it's a JSON file, but anyway, and you can upload it, and all of the votes will be accepted.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. Well, I mean, we don't necessarily have to share it, but Ivan, would you name that URL again?
I'm what?
The URL. What's the URL for that?
Yeah. It's easy-vote.rsquad.io.
Yeah, guys, I think we should not spend so much time for that. The main beauty of what happened is actually that we have now two different interfaces of one governance. That's actually the way where we should go. That's actually how decentralization works.
Right.
Right. There's one system, and you can create whatever interface you want for it. But it's one the same governance system. So
yeah. In other words, what I was coming to is that this is essentially a platinum example of how Freeton should work, right? You don't wait for someone to do something. You do it yourself. I mean, I hear a lot of, well, this guy should do this and the jury should do that and you guys should do this. You know what? That's not what this is about.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here they should put their public.
All right, let's not spend too much time on this.
Yeah, let's skip that.
But just show it. Yeah.
Yeah, here we see that there are certain contests which are available for voting. Let me show one example. Slashing condition specification. Here we see the submission, points per jurors. The second submission, it's actually very easy to vote for each juror member, and it can save quite a lot of time. So let's look like that. Let's open another contest, for example, non-animated stickers. Here we see the same. Yeah, the first submission, points, total scores. So it's quite simple and it's quite easy to.
It is. So in other words, instead of, so for jurors, in other words, what you could do is just score, comment for all, however many submissions. If it's 60 submissions, all 60. And at the end, you just put in the pub key or the seed phrase and you're done. Saves a lot of time. It's really good. Thank you. Guys, listen, that's fantastic work. And again, underscoring the fact that this is how governance works and sub-governance works. Create something, do something. Don't tell somebody else to do it. You do it yourself. And you should be proud of yourselves. You guys did a fantastic job. Okay, before we move to Q&A, and sorry, somebody's, Rahman, maybe mute your microphone. We can hear the palm trees. Right, so 3 quick announcements. The Ambassadors Governance Group teamed up with John Canary. He's the leader of Freeton, South Africa. Hi, John. They discussed community development for Africa, among many other things. And what they want to do is they want to invite all of the country leaders and all of you, please, to join them for an AMA session tomorrow. They're going to have an AMA session that starts at the same time as this stream started, which is at 12 noon UTC. 2 p.m. Central European time, 3 p.m. or 1500 Moscow time. So that's tomorrow. Michael, did you want to say a few words about that?
Hi, I will ask Daria to say some words.
Daria, hi, please.
Hello, Ron. Hello, everyone. Together with Michael and Dmitry, we want to invite everyone who is interested in development Freeton Brand Ambassador program and to be the brand ambassador to visit our EMA session tomorrow at 3 p.m. Moscow time and 12 p.m. UTC time to discuss all questions and together work. So we will happy to see everyone. Please join and prepare your best questions.
Thank you, Daria. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ron.
Okay, can't wait for that. I'm going to try to make it for sure. One quick other announcement. The Korean Governance Group has been launched. The proposal has been passed. They're up and running officially. Good. Great work, guys. Steve, excellent job. And one final announcement. So later today, the DeFi Governance Group is having its launch ceremony. So that's going to be, they're going to be deploying a multi-sig wallet and would love for everyone to please join them for what should be a historic moment in Freeton's history. So that's going to be at 4 p.m. UTC today, 5 p.m. Central European time. That's 7 p.m. Moscow time. So 1900 Moscow time today. Vlad, welcome back. You want to say a couple of words about that?
Yeah, so today really is a great day, and we have made some work to prepare for it over this weekend and last week. So, but today we have only a small step. So it's a ceremony for deployment of Multisig wallet for DeFi group, for DeFi governance. And the next step, which is being done right now in parallel, is that we are preparing the descriptions for the contest that were submitted in the DeFi proposal, DeFi governance proposal. I hope it should be done this week, and this Thursday we will also have the first meeting of the DeFi governance, and we are just building the agenda for it, so it will be announced a bit later. So yeah, please everyone come today, this evening. We have written a whole script for the ceremony. It's published in the DeFi group, so anyone who wants to audit it, please, you're welcome, and comment to me. So yeah, that's it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. DeFi, baby. All right.
Sure.
Look, I think that is pretty much it for updates and presentations. I know we're running overtime, but there's just so much information and so much important information. So let's just move to Q&A. I'm going to try to move through this as fast as possible, so I apologize if I talk fast. Let's go to Raul. Oh, excuse me, before we get to YouTube. Who has questions on the stream? Who has questions on the call right now? Nobody has any questions? Not even Ivan? Come on, Ivan.
No. Yeah. I just want to break this moment, because everything was told and everything was said, and jurors are perfect. And thank you, everyone. But yeah, I have a little question. Why do we need a ceremony for deploying a multi-sig wallet?
It's a good question. Thank you, Ivan. That's because we need to be sure that everyone is aware of what we are doing. It's the first thing. The second thing, that ceremony is needed for governance members themselves, because DeFi is really a heavy stream within Freeton. And a lot of contests, a lot of money to be deployed through this wallet, and the accurate ceremony of deployment, when everyone can recheck that all the addresses and all the pub keys are correctly deployed to the wallet, is really important. You know, well, any trading desk who have ever tried to install their own HSM knows this ceremony very well, because well, it's really about money and about the control over this money. So we don't want it to be stolen, or we don't want it to be inefficiently spent. So that's why we have agreed on the consensus of signing the transaction from this wallet. We have collected all these pub keys of each initial governance members. And right now, we just need to do this small step to deploy this wallet, and that everyone can monitor it. So we are not hiding anything, and we just want everyone to be sure that everything is done really transparently.
Thank you. That's I think that's important. It's like Freeton launch on the live stream.
It's DeFi launch.
Yeah, it's DeFi launch on the live stream. It's important. Yeah, thank you. We can continue.
Welcome.
Okay, any more questions from the call group? 3, 2, 1. Okay, we move to YouTube. Raul Duke says, so I want to know what the use of Freeton and the crystals are for those without Linux as their main operating system. Newbies in parentheses at this point. I'm not sure what he's talking about. What do you mean Linux? What does Linux have to do with it? Mitya, are you
I
here?
think it's about DeBot interfaces. Yeah, as I said, it will be chat-like. It can be chat-like interface, and anyone can use it very easily.
Yeah, I think Mitya was
That's
what
the
Mitya was
point.
saying. I think it was saying is Linux-like, right?
It's not Linux-like. It's bot-like. If you know chatbots, then it looks like that.
Says he says, I've been hanging around on your forums and the main website for a few days, but couldn't really find much there. You should really click on some of the there are links on the website to developers groups and all kinds of groups. You should be able to just go directly to they're mostly in Telegram. Okay. Some of them go to a website, some are in Telegram, but we are, you know, we're you know, a Telegram friendly network. So there's everything you need to know there. Believe me, 100%. He also says, how much time will it take for the community to make a regular consumer version of the whole ecosystem? So first of all, the community, you're the community as well. Okay, so you make something consumer version, but there are plenty of apps, plenty of use cases, plenty of people who are building something on Freeton right now. So it's not, I mean, the community is building plenty of things. I mean, we mentioned some of them on the call today, but if you have an idea, build it, right? Did I meet you? Anything to add to that? I think,
Nope.
I think that's pretty much it, right? Right. So next question comes, says, hi there. I have recently proposed a contest, forum supporters. Regarding the past activities of forum members, it got a huge support on the forum. The best point of this contest is that there is no winner versus loser issue, and all the participants get satisfied. It can motivate members to be more active and prompt Freeton concepts. More interestingly, the total rewards distributed is limited to 300,000 tons. Oh, is that all? May I know your opinion? Will it go for voting? Okay, listen, my opinion, here's my opinion. My opinion is I don't see the point of that at all. I think supporting and participating in the forum is your personal responsibility if you're interested. The idea, again, this, you guys have to understand the concept. The network has to grow. Users have to adopt Freeton. We have to grow the network. We have to evolve the network. What you're suggesting is, well, I've been doing what I've been doing and I should get paid for it. That's not the way it works. It's a merit-based system. We had support contests before. That was done. What's next? What you're saying is just to repeat over and over again the idea that because you come and participate that you should get rewarded for it. That's not evolution. That's stagnation. That's my opinion. If somebody has something else to say, I'm perfectly willing to give them the microphone. Anyone? No? Okay, so that's my personal view. I'm a member of the community I'm one of tens of thousands. So that's my personal view. Since you asked, that's what I'd say, but I'd go on the forums and I'm sure a lot of people would love to get free money, but you know, we're in the real world and that's not the way it works. When will the ton crystals be distributed for the recent the ones that just passed? I'm gonna tell you something. We wanted to do it today. We really, really did. We wanted to set a record and prove to everybody that we could do it that fast. Because remember, they ended on Sunday, right? I mean, yeah, on Sunday. We wanted to do it today, but you know what? It's just unrealistic, especially with the amount of submissions. Everything has to be formalized. It can't just be, you know, we want to make sure that everything's 100% correct. So we're going to try very hard to do it this week. Mind you, the very first contests and the contest winners waited for their tokens for how long? It was like 2 months, wasn't it? A month? Something like that. And now we're talking.
Come on, let's not go back.
No. We're not going back. We're going forward. That's the point. The point is it ended on Sunday and we're going to try to get everything done. We're going to try very hard to get everything done this week, but no promises. But listen, we're waiting for the numbers. We're waiting for the official numbers. So very soon, you're going to have them very soon.
It will be posted soon, guys. Please wait announcements.
Please, guys, wait announcements. It comes directly from Roman, not from me. When will voting for ambassador contest submission start? That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. The people working on that on the interface guys, that's a good question. I want to know myself, not only ambassadors, but also Contest 25, Ton OS dApps, I believe it is, right? If my memory serves me right. God, I already know these contests by heart. That's how crazy it's gotten. Any day now, I'm sure, working on it. After the smart contract will be redeployed for new jurors. That was the answer. Okay. Next question. In the last stream, Ron, that's me, said some exchanges are contacting them for listing on Freeton. Can we get more details about that? Will any exchange list Freeton anytime soon? The answer is I have no. Listen, we can't keep anybody from listing Freeton, but we would absolutely like all exchanges to wait until all of the new 300 plus validators have been onboarded to the network. Okay. We're not trying to be just another blockchain. That's not the point. So I need everybody to please understand patience is key. Okay. Whatever exchanges want to list us, will list us. And I'm not going to talk any more about that. I just want to say that until we're 100% decentralized or fully decentralized, we really don't even want to talk about exchanges. All right, so that's it for YouTube questions. We have 3 questions coming into us that were written in. First, this is for you, Mitya and Nikita. It says, what is DPool Association and what's the goal of DPool Association? How does it work? Will it work? What are the details?
Yeah, well, it will be too long to answer that now. We're already like hour and a half, so let's leave it for another topic. And DPool Association is a management. It's kind of a DAO that manages DPools. So it's kind of a decentralized smart contract, which manages all DPools or DPools that are part of this association. And there are several design considerations about that and the reasons why I think it's a good idea. But let's not go into that right now. It's merit another entirely conversation about that. And anyway, it's not going to be implemented right now because we don't have time.
Yeah, there's going to be like DeBots. We're going to have a DPool presentation at some point. But
yeah,
soon.
DPool is already kind of working. Association is not there yet, so it will be on a later stage. And let's discuss it. Let's discuss it in a separate kind of discussion.
Okay. When will GraphQL be open sourced? If yes, when?
It is open sourced. It already. It's called DApp server. We even run contests about that.
Yeah, we ran a contest about it and very few people joined in. Where were you? So yeah, open sourced it is. All right, final question is, can the DBot have trusted contracts like my Freeton confirmation Telegram bot for automatic transaction confirmation?
It is. What do you mean by trusted? Like it is trustless, meaning it's on the blockchain. It's a smart contract, but you of course can kind of create an access to this smart contract that only you will be able to access it and stuff like that. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with that. Sure.
Hope that answers your question. All right.
Like your pub key. That's it. Easy. Or list of pub keys, right?
Okay. Well, look, if nobody has anything else, I think we're done for the day. Look, I know it's an hour and a half, but still, considering the amount of content that we had to discuss today, I think we did really well for an hour and a half. So barring anything else, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
I wasn't asking questions.
Oh, go ahead,
Right,
Ivan.
thank
Go ahead.
you.
Wait.
Thank you, everybody.
Ivan has a question. Hold on. Ivan has a question.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that we done so fast because I don't ask you questions.
Oh, come on.
It's okay. We can live without that for today.
All right.
Great,
Good day,
Ivan.
everybody.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ivan.
Yes,
Thank you, everyone,
everyone.
for coming.
Bye.
Have a
Thanks.
wonderful day,
Bye.
and we'll see you. We'll see you tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow on the ambassadors, and we will see you again next week in the weekly update. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.